here at ACO Radio, American Communications Online, or any affiliated stations or websites are not responsible for what guest hosts or call-ins may say. All programming is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only.
Welcome aboard, all you ground troops. Spin around smartly on the planet we call home, Gaia, Earth, Sophia, you name it. But we'll be nice because we are the ace metaphysicians of the world. We are mystics, oracles, psychic, sages, seers, shaman, and we deal with cosmology today. Our ACO directors are the ones running the show for the Ascension Cosmos Oracles, our nonprofit in Florida now. And we're international. We have a lot of different things we do. I basically work on websites every day. If you wonder what I'm doing, developing and playing with different groups and associations. And I've got Scott Breen here in Michigan helping us with our ACE Folklife, getting our brands and everything together. We hopefully can have a better day today with no Richard or Ken going, what? I can't hear you, you're fading. Because we've had that with MediaCom and my phones, but I got a brand new phone and a brand new direct line in from AT&T, so this is sounding a little better, I hope. Guys, you're both on. Ken's here and Richard's here. Rick Knight, Ken Johnston. I shortened our names because it was easier. So who wants to go first, guys?
Doesn't matter to me.
Same here. I'm with you. I wanted to wait to see if I was still there.
Yeah, all right, so let's keep our phones still. We're all old guys. Ken, let's let Richard go first because you couldn't remember. So Richard T. Knight is Rick Knight, and I'm just making it our stage names as of today is going to be Ken Johnston with a T, not Johnson, Rick Knight, R-I-C-K, K-N-I-G-H-T, and T.J. Morris. Now, real quickly for the record, for the guys and everybody that knows us, it's Ralph Kennedy Johnston Sr. It is Richard Thomas Knight with a K, like N-I-G-H-T, and Theresa Jeanette Morris, actually T.J. Thurmond Morris, Thurmond-Morris. So Ken, Rick, and TJ today. So thank you all for keeping us on air for 9 years and being a part of us. But I've noticed that because I'm going under what today? Let's see, entertainment. So this is going to be Let Us Entertain You Day. We're not under paranormal, and we're not under spirituality. So we're going to kick it around as Allied Command Intergalactic Relations because Ken said, I like that. He likes the ACIR. We are the who's who and our guides for us, U.S., and we're building our Ascension Cosmos Oracles Corp., which is our nonprofit in Florida. And we have the history. My work was initially based on art, culture, education, science, technology, folk life, history, world religions, and philosophy. So that gives you a whole bunch of hats. But the literature writer, which is me, and I don't know why it's in all caps, folks, but I just copied it off of Amazon and off of Barnes & Noble. But the literature writer had to become a spiritual scientist and continue Carl Jung's work because besides being the best existent therapy for all mental illnesses and even physical diseases, the unconscious guidance in dreams has a very important religious meaning. The unconscious wisdom helps us eliminate all sins and begin a new life, far from wickedness. I can't believe I wrote that, man. That was 5 or 6 years ago. Anyway, my scientific studies simply completed the research I was making through literature and philosophy from the time I learned how to think and started writing my first poems, stories, and philosophical conclusions. But that was back in the day when Thomas R. Becker and I were doing poems, so that was in 2015. Anyway, my writings were inspired by the unconscious mind, which also gives us artistic talents and metaphysical over religious and philosophical inclinations. Besides producing our dreams, science gives us so many explanations about our reality that it's considered as a source that provides us with the best proof we can understand could have about the veracity. Did I write this 5 years ago? We're catching up, folks, but we're all meeting again for the first time, like in, I don't know what planets we've been on, but I'm not sure this one. Anyway, let me finish this little piece because that's what you guys read and call in about. Okay, besides producing our dreams, science gives us so many explanations about our reality that it is considered as a source that provides us with the best proof we could have about the veracity of our conclusions. I used to be a lot smarter than I am now. Anyway, you still need religion, philosophy, and art in order to understand your complex reality. So science is not enough, and the multidimensional truth of our universe, multiverse, metaverse, universe, omniverse, alphaverse, and omegaverse, and I must have cut and pasted, it says this means that the materialistic mindset of the current civilization doesn't help you understand your reality. So the unconscious mind that produces your dreams is the God you first met in your first religious experiences. Some people still only believe what they were taught in Sunday school and church in America. Ascension of the Ascension age of 2012 and beyond, of course now it's 2021, but I wrote this back in the day before it was even 2012, is our becoming more for the health and prosperity for all. So we now share sustainability of our planet and species together as one global brain. And now I wrote that long before 2012 and then sort of nursed it along, and this was actually fit today in all caps, guys. I don't know how all that fit, but it did today, so I guess it was important. But I did see I cut and pasted some out of it because it was a little long, and that's where it sort of stops. But this is sort of what we're doing. So, Richard, go ahead and give us the long version. So Ken and everybody, I know a lot of you are new and a lot of you are really old. So we're going to do our best to be the old guys with the ACO directors. And we're the three got elected to be the directors. And so go, Richard. You're the big president, and then we'll put the CEO boss on here. Richard, go for it.
All right. Well, where do you want me to start? I mean, just start dialoguing on everything that you just said? Do what now?
No. I want you to give your background on who you are first. Let's introduce your, like your story of origin.
Goodness.
You know how
All
you used to do in Mining Janets in the old days. Sort of give that, and then Ken can sort of be thinking about how to introduce himself.
Well,
but it's
my name's
based on metaphysics. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, my name's Richard Knight, and I'm 65 years young. I originate from California. I had a very unusual inception in the fact being that I stayed connected to Source rather than allowing the Earth itself and all of its vibrations to erase that connection. So as a result, I was very gifted psychically, spiritually, in lots of different areas and aspects. I had 14 senses instead of 5, and I used them for a very long time until around the age of 40 or so. And then I started backing away from it to a degree simply because I found that a lot of people reacted with fear because they didn't understand what people are capable of doing or actually becoming. Our spiritual selves are actually, the greater part of ourselves, and our human existence is a very, very small, minute part of ourselves. But anyway, that's been my perspective all through life. I've been involved in paranormal investigations, civil criminal investigations. I've worked for the government. I've done all kinds of interesting studies into theology, philosophy, metaphysics. I've been writing since the age of 12, and I've written books, just have yet have to publish them. I've been on the radio off and on for about 10 years or more, and that's who I am. I'm a theologian, a philosopher, a magician, a metaphysician, all kinds of different hats. And basically, I know firsthand from having died and come back that, in fact, there is definitely immortal life besides the passage of this physical self. So that's where I'm coming from, and that's my perspective. I am very broad-minded. I have studied a great deal. I have been involved in organized religion. I have doctorates in theology, divinity, metaphysics, and just overall, I'm just very well educated and well read, and yet at the same time, I remain very open-minded and very sensitive as an empath, and a lot of different things from that perspective.
That's really good. Yay. All right. You sound really intelligent. I think I'd like to know you. You may make me smarter. All right, Ken, I don't know if you can outdo that guy, but, you're welcome to try. Give us your best shot of almost 79 years as of October 2nd. Did I cheat and tell on you?
No, that's quite all right. Well, first of all we got to do is just add my name on what Richard just went through, because that's very close to my story. What I like to be sure people know is that, well, now in my case, I died after I was born when I was 3 years old, because I was born with a cyst over my right eye, and they waited till I got 3 years old, and the same doctor that gave birth to me or brought me into this world was all set to remove the cyst. And he said my heart stopped beating, I stopped breathing. According to the story my mother and them had, is that he threw all of his operating utensils in here, grabbed me, and started giving mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, which was brand new. They had just learned a month or so before of how to do mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, and he brought me back to life. Well, in my case, when you get to the religious side of it, I think it was a test to be sure that I was willing to take on the responsibilities of being in life during this particular time zone. Because that brings us into, okay, my father was a pilot during World War II, and unfortunately we lost him.
It's me or you?
This is me. What are you talking about?
Richard, did you hear him, or did it break up?
He was fading away a bit for a minute.
Oh, really?
Oh, I'm so glad it wasn't my phone. Good. I'm checking out new equipment. Okay, yeah, it was your phone or your fade away based on your internet or phone. I got new equipment. I don't want them to be fading away today, but that's okay, Ken.
Yeah, was I coming too loud?
No, you were fading away. It wasn't your voice. It was your equipment.
Oh, mercy. Well, I'm strictly with a handheld phone up close to my mouth and my ear. Unfortunately, my computer and all that stuff is down. Anyway, to carry on with that, since I was when I was 3 years old.
Go back a little bit. Go back a little bit because you faded, and then I'm going to mute and let Richard tell you if he fades, and then Richard will guide you. Richard, I'm going to mute, but I'm right here if you need me. But tell him.
Okay, sounds good. Anyway, to pick up where I was and go back to the beginning, and whenever I was 3 years old, well, I was born with a cyst over my left eye, and I still have a scar right there in the eyebrows. But the same doctor that get help, gave me birth with my mother was in the hospital. Then they decided they were going to do a